Alright, how's it going, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. Um, Today we're going up against and his holy shit. That is his team name. In the BBDL week number 2. Last week we were able to get a W, and we're gonna hope to continue that trend. And yeah, I know that me and have agreed to do live comms, both of us. So if you want to check out his perspective of this battle, go ahead and click the link in the description below. It'll take you to his channel, and yeah, and then you can see it from there. So that should be a lot of fun, seeing his perspective and all that. I don't believe this is right, actually. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, much better. Sorry about that. I was on the wrong team. So this is the team for week 2. Like I said, going up against you can see our matchup in the top right, our logo in the bottom right there. So yeah, looking at his team, I'm facing a Scizor and a Latios twice this week. Or at least I have to prep for, Scizor, Latios, and Urshifu singles rapid strikes. That's pretty crazy. Of course, in the SDL it's a Mega Scizor, but it's pretty much acts the same way, I think. Maybe a little bit differently, but still. Seeing those 3 Pokemon in both leagues in 1 week is kind of weird. But yeah, Mega Diancie, always a threat. Can hit on the physical and special side, very strong. Volcanion, really kind of underrated in my opinion. It deals with bulky waters really well. A lot of bulky water Pokemon just can't hit it like with anything, and then it can just sub-tox. It can be annoying like that. Of course, Alolan Muck is pretty much a lock here. He doesn't have a normal type, so he's got to bring that for the Spectrier. What else? I also think Zapdos is a lock, because I have a Kartana and as an Alolan Zapdos in my draft, so I feel like that's probably a lock for him. And yeah, that's about it, I believe. So yeah, let's get into my team. I actually, I'm not 100% on this Greninja set. I first had I think a Mystic Water, just especially offensive. And then I kind of changed it. I'm like, what if I do Work Up, which boosts attack and special attack, and then I use a Power Herb Dig. I still want to try that out in a mock, because I feel like that could be powerful. But the problem with that is if he sees that coming, it's blown up in my face. Like, it's definitely a one-trick pony kind of situation, where without the Power Herb, Dig's a 2-turn move, and then it just loses all of its firepower, I guess. So if he sees that coming and switches out into like a Latios or something, I'm in deep trouble there. But I might just end up leading with this. I don't know. No, I probably won't lead with it, because week 1 he led Urshifu Rapid Strike, and that's a pretty easy lead in general. So I might want to lead something else. So yeah, but as far as we have right now, this is the Greninja set. Work Up, Hydro Pump, Dark Pulse, and Water Shuriken. Might change it around. Life Orb, enough speed for Latios, max speed Latios, and max speed Diancie. Now, keep in mind, this is if I am Ash Greninja. If I'm not Ash Greninja, we don't outspeed a max speed either of those. But I feel like I have to kind of take the gamble there, because I really want the modest nature to do a little bit more damage to things like the Alolan Muck and the Scizor and the Zapdos and really everything. In the SDL, I have extra sensory on my Greninja. I'm not running that this time for the Urshifu, because I don't know. I feel like I ran out of moves here. So yeah, I might change this set around. I've been experimenting with it, but that's what we got right now. Next up, we got Seasmoke, our Nidoking with the Life Orb. I love this shiny. I mean, I don't know, why can't they make shinies like this? It's just so beautiful. Anyway, Earth Power, Ice Beam, Flamethrower, and Sucker Punch. I felt like I didn't really need Sludge Wave here. I mean, his Fairy type is like nothing gets hit super effectively with Sludge Wave. It's a good 50. It's a good kind of middle ground against things. So like if I if he has Zapdos in and he knows Ice Beam's coming, he switches into like Volcanion or a Scizor, and then he doubles into Latios, predicting either an Earth Power or a Flamethrower, whatever it may be. He gets the Latios in for free, and that's a problem for me. So, yeah, gonna try to avoid that, which is where Sludge Wave would come into effect. It'll be pretty nice there. I think I actually want to. I don't know. I don't know if I want to go negative defense nature or negative speed F, because negative defense is a problem about like with like Aqua Jet or Sheaf. Well, not even Aqua Jet, because it's gonna outspeed me. Like Bullet Punch Scizor, but then if I go negative speed F, I might get OHKO'd by a Diancie, like a sucker or like a Earth Power Diancie or something. Because I remember in a mock it did like 90% to me. So if I go negative speed F nature, I might just get OHKO'd by that. So yeah, something to keep in mind. But Sucker Punch is our lost move, mainly there for the Latios. I want to be able to catch that thing off guard. If it's under like 50%, we should be able to knock it out. And yeah, just anything that's really low, and we want to try to kill it. I feel like Sucker Punch is pretty good there. I don't trust Hazard in this game. I feel like he's got a few pretty good defoggers, and I have only defoggers on my draft, so I don't really feel like Stealth Rocks would be very important here. He'll probably just run Boost Zapdos, most likely Boost Volcanion as well. So yeah, if he does bring both of those. Next up, I have the Spectrier. I apologize if I'm a little quiet. I'm just kind of tired, so my voice might seem a little dimmer, I suppose. But yeah, we got the Spectrier with the modest ability, obviously outspeeding the Latios and Mega Diancie. Will-O-Wisp, Nasty Plot, Shadow Ball, and Substitute. Yeah, I think this set just kind of goes in against him if he doesn't bring... Well, obviously he's going to bring Muck for this, because again, that's his only switch in. I do think Scarfed or Shifu is more likely just because of this. If I get a sub up, at least he can hit Surging Strikes, and the first will probably break the sub, and then he'll be able to hit me, continue to hit the Spectrier with the Surging Strikes. So that's only if he's Scarfed though, because if he's not Scarfed and I'm behind a sub and I'm at like +2, I probably just OHKO him. So yeah, hoping to catch the Alolan Muck coming in with the burn there. I think this is my win condition. I think Spectrier is. If I get certain things chipped just a little bit and Alolan Muck either chipped or just gone, I click Nasty Plot and I just sweep pretty much, or do a lot of damage. The Leftovers is there to help me kind of with passive recovery, to try to, if I take damage but I knock something out, get a little bit more health back to try to live whatever comes in, maybe a Scizor or Scarf to Shifu, like I said, Scarf Latios, that kind of thing. So yeah, that's the Spectrier. Next up is Suicune. We got a setup kind of Suicune here. Fizz Def, Rest, Shadow Ball, Scald, and Calm Mind. I think this thing also has a lot of potential. I'm kind of worried about a potentially banded Gourgeist coming, because that could be pretty dangerous, I think, to be honest. Because that's like the best answer to this Suicune, is just bringing in that thing hard and clicking Power Whip. I know I have Shadow Ball to hit it super effectively, but it's not going to kill. But I don't expect that set to come. I think Zapdos is his answer. But I don't know what his answer is when I start Calm Minding. Maybe Banded, Bug Bite, Scizor, potentially. Maybe even a Bandit or Shifu, but I see that thing going Scarf in this matchup. For Greninja and Spectrier, and I guess Kartana, and just being fast in general is good. Yeah, we get the Chesto Berry, so we maybe get a few Calm Minds up. Maybe if we get a burn on the Muck, but I can't finish it off with Spectrier, I can come in later on with my Suicune and set up on it. And yeah, with the Shadow Ball, again, we hit the Latios and the Gourgeist, but we also hit the Volcanion, so he can't sub and stall me out that way. Because if I had Ice Beam over Shadow Ball, he'd be able to sub up on me, which would not be fun. So yeah, Klefki is next up with kind of a mixed defense set. I want to be able to deal with Latios, but I also want to be able to deal with Scizor if it comes to that. Or Shifu. I just want to take hits in general. So yeah, we got the Flash Cannon, Thunder Wave, Foul Play, and Magnet Rise. Foul play stops setup Scizor. With this set, if he's like Adamant Life Orb, a +2 Bullet Punch doesn't knock us out, and we can just foul play and do pretty much OHKO him, which is great. Magnet Rise is if I'm in a 1v1 versus Diancie or Mudsdale, or that's probably it. And I can just click Magnet Rise to avoid the Earth Power. He probably runs Earth Power over Mystical Fire because Earth Power will also hit Nidoking. And Mystical Fire, I guess, will hit Kartana, but he can probably knock Kartana out with an Earth Power anyway, so he doesn't really need Mystical Fire for that. So, yeah, hopefully he runs Earth Power, we can get a Magnet Rise off, and then hit him with a big 4x super effective Flash Cannon. And then Thunder Wave's just there for the paralyzation, the potential to slow down the Urshifu or the Latios, maybe even the Volcanion. So that is that. Next up is Uxie, last but not least. We have another Spadaf Pokemon here, mainly for the Volcanion, if he's like a spec set. Even then, I mean, I don't really deal with it very well. But Uxie, I might just end up leading with this, expecting an Urshifu lead. I can just get a slow U-turn off on that, and that will be pretty good. Yawn is kind of to stop things from setting up, like a potential Latios setting up. I can put it to sleep. Fire Punch is nice to get that big hit off on the Scizor, and knock off some items. Could be very helpful for us. So yeah, that is the team. I hope you enjoyed the team builder. We're going to now cut to the battle, and yeah, wish me luck. I'll see you there. Alright, here we are in the battle. You can see my team, or my opponent's he brings Zapdos, Mega Diancie, Muk, Volcanion, Urshifu, Rapid Strike, and Latios. So nothing out of the ordinary here compared to my other battle I had like 2 seconds ago. Yeah, hold on. Okay, so what did he not bring? I will look it up real quick for you. And his team, holy shit. That's just his team name, so it's not me reacting to anything. No Scizor, which is kind of good for us, I think. No Gourgeist, Duosion, or Mudsdale as well. So, little backstory behind this one. I actually, I tried to use power at the last second. I changed this large set. I had it as whatever it was in the team builder. I changed it to work up Dig, Dark Pulse, and Water Shuriken with a Power Herb, and then I tried to accept the battle, and it said it can't learn Dig, even though it says it's legal in the team builder. So I don't know. I just changed it to choice specs because I feel like that's good. If he leads Urshifu, that's kind of a problem. So I don't think he leads Zapdos. He could lead Volcanion. I think Veil is probably the safest bet here. We do have to protect Suicune for sure in this match, because I think it does have a pretty good chance to set up and do well, hopefully. So we will check that out. If you didn't watch my SDL round 1 battle from the playoffs, hopefully that's up before this one. You can go check that out. It was a pretty fun one there. But yeah, so he does lead Urshifu like he did in week 1. Not totally surprised by that. He will probably U-turn out, maybe into Volcanion. And if he does that, I don't know. I think we're in an okay position. Oh, this is not right. Hold on. I need to... My team is not in the calcs for whatever reason. Let me try that again. Copy. I copied the team, Control C. That's how you do it. Let's go ahead and click OK. Successfully imported them. Okay, there we go. So we're good. Yeah, I do see a U-turn coming off here. I don't think he clicks anything else. And if I put Suicune here, of course, if I switch into House Call, that could be potentially good for me. Shadow Wall really does not do much. to this Volcanion switching in. But if I bring in this, he can still bring in Volcanion. I can't bring in Golden Raven because the U-turn's going to do a lot. Trying to think what the best play is here. I might just want to Calm Mind. he does 14, 14.9. I'm just going to click Calm Mind here and maybe try to sweep. I don't know. Depends on what he brings in here. If he brings in Volcanion, I might continue to Calm Mind. He does bring in Volcanion, okay. I will hit that again. He might have Roar. That would be a good tech for him here. I don't know. Okay, so I do outspeed him, which is good. He clicks Thunder Fang. That's pretty nutty. So the problem is here. Okay, so he's Life Orb already. The problem is if he paralyzes me, he'll outspeed me the next turn and potentially knock me out, which I don't really want to allow. So I think I have to rest here. I just can't risk that. I know it's a 10% chance, but I can't really risk that. I have to do some sort of damage to this thing. So, okay, I never actually calced that U-turn damage. I was so excited to click Calm Mind. So he's not banded, we know that. Explosion. Well, okay. That's unfortunate. Life Orbed Explosion does a lot of damage to me. Yeah, that's very sad. Okay. So U-turn, if he's Jolly, no boosting item, does 12.6 to 14.8, which is not really the damage we're looking at. My item is gone. I might be able to rest up against like a Muck, which would be really important. He brings in a Latios though. So I'm thinking maybe he specs and he can knock me out with a something. A little some, like a Psyshock. Psyshock will definitely knock me out at this range. Oh, it might not. It's a roll. It is a roll. Draco will though if he's timid choice specs. What about Thunderbolt? I feel like Thunderbolt does less. Okay, maybe not. Maybe I'm underestimating Thunderbolt or overestimating Draco. No, Thunderbolt actually does less. I don't know. Maybe he Calm Minds here, which would suck. I do have Shadow Ball, but gosh, I don't really. I just said we need to keep Suicune healthy, and then I kind of play pretty recklessly with it. But again, I don't expect Muck, and we can also outspeed Muck, I believe. Yeah. So I don't expect Muck to be able to knock us out with anything. We can rest up against that, which is really good, I think. And seeing how much that U-turn did, I know I can take at least 2 close combats from Urshifu. Everyone wants it to be banded on the calcs. Okay, so he's probably Adamant Scarfed is what I'm seeing then. Yeah, let's go into House Call. I doubt he just, yeah. Oh, he tricks. No. Dude, if I locked myself in the Shadow Ball there, no, that would have been bad. Okay, so now he has the lefties. This happened in a mock, so it's a little bit annoying that it happened here. I see a Zapdos coming in here. I think that's his play. So I think I just want to go into Golden Raven, to be honest. It's a safe pivot, I think. Okay, Mystical Fire. That makes sense. He lowers my special attack. That's fine, because I'm surprised he did that, because I could have just Thunder Waved him. Interesting. I'll yawn here. Muck comes in. I'm going to go ahead and U-turn here, because he probably doubles. I don't want to over-predict and click yawn, so U-turn's a good middle ground, because if he does stay in, I could probably just bring in Suicune. Or maybe Klefki, because I'd appreciate him knocking off my choice Scarf at this point. That would be pretty nice of him to do for me, so. Yeah. He does switch into Latios here. So, 26%. I wonder if Spectrier can come in here. See, I'm just so used to typing it in. I didn't actually have to type it in because of you know, I have only show imported sets clicked. So, but I think I kill this. His item is life orb or leftovers. Sorry. I definitely kill this. I think Fargo's the play, and I think I substitute as a good middle ground in case Muck comes in. Muck, muck, muck. Muck, 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 muck. Because if I Willow when he stays in, I might just die. So, don't want to do that, right? Can't be having that. But then we're kind of back at square one. Okay, he does go into Muck. I'm going to go ahead and Will-O-Wisp, and we're going to pray that we connect this move. It's huge to get a burn off on this, for sure. For sure. So, yeah. We do connect. Any Lumberry? No Lumberry. And he clicks Fire Punch and does not knock out my sub. So I can get a little bit of damage off here. Surprised he clicked that. Maybe he didn't expect the Will-O-Wisp there. I'm definitely expecting a knockoff here. So I can just Shadow Ball, get a little bit of damage off. He Fire Punches again. Okay, then I'm going to sub. That's interesting. And now he clicks knockoff. Okay, there you go. I do want him to knock off my Choice Scarf here, so I'm hoping he clicks knockoff again. He does not. Okay, good play for him. I think he definitely switches here. I don't want to be stuck in here with this Klefki locked into a move. So let's see. What does he switch into? I doubt he just knocks. He wants this thing to have a Choice Scarf. He wants it. He needs it. First of all, let's calc that Shadow Ball damage. Yeah, so he looks to be AV. Potentially. Also a Fire Punch burned to my Klefki. How much is that supposed to do? I click punch in the calc and it does, like, gives me 15 different options. That's about how much it's supposed to do. Okay. With, like, very little investment, little to none. Yeah. Of course, now he could be the berry, like Iapapa berry. That's a potential, but I really expect him to bring in Zapdos here. I really think that's the play. I don't think he brings in Latios. I think that's just a little too risky. I don't think he brings in maybe he does bring in Urshifu. Yeah, I think Uxie's the safest play. Okay, so he does bring in Zapdos. We're going to U-turn here. I am Spit F, so I get a slower U-turn off than him, unless he's negative speed nature. And I hope he doesn't stay in and I get paralyzed. That would kind of suck, right? We have to keep... okay, so he does Volt Switch. This is good for us. Now we could have yawned, but if he brings in Muck, it fails, so... He brings in Latios, we get a lot of damage off there. Well, not a lot, but some. Now I could bring in Lawrence. I don't think... So I'm actually speed tying... or I'm speed creeping a... What am I speed creeping here? Because it's 331. Oh, I'm speed creeping a modest... Hold on. Yeah, I don't think he's timid. I guess we could count this, right? Mystical Fire. I see so many ideas in my head right now. I'm kind of going crazy. 12% to Uxie. He did 12. So I want to see, first of all, if he's modest or timid. Hopefully this will tell us. Okay, wait a minute. Hold on. It did 12.2%. So he's not even max, like, fully invested. Which means Greninja can definitely come in here. Because I was worried, if he's modest... Yeah, he actually, like, doesn't have any investment, which is pretty crazy. And again, we know he's not Colbur, so if he's, like, max HP, I'm assuming a Dark Pulse knocks him out still. Oh, absolutely. So I'll bring in Lawrence here. Of course, I would love to predict a Alolan Muck here, but if I just U-turn, we're still in a great position. He does bring in Muck. Let's see if the berry pops. I don't see a berry there. It might, yeah, I think it would have popped there, right? Yeah, okay, so he's probably just AV. And I'd love to predict the switch here, but I don't think it's necessary, to be honest. I'm just going to Earth Power. He does bring in Latios. That's unfortunate. I did want to predict that, but like I said, it's just a little bit too risky there. So he's got Trick, Mystical Fire, and probably Dual Stab, I'd like to imagine. Mystical Fire is a pretty safe bet for him here, I think. I'm going to go into House Call. And we'll go from there. He could Trick to get his Choice Scarf back. That is a possibility. But we are whittling Muck at this point, which is great for us. The biggest situation, I don't want to lose to this Pokemon right here. I think I have to Thunder Wave. I don't think I can risk that. Of course, if Zapdos comes in, that's a great play, but I can't risk switching into something right now, I think. He does play Zapdos here, which is good for him. I'm going to double Thunder Wave here. Not expecting him to double out. I expect him to Volt Switch. Maybe he predicts the Nidoking and just clicks Hurricane, or maybe he predicts it and doubles out. That's a possibility. And then if we get a Paralyzation, oh my god, please hit this. Let's go. That's huge. That's huge. I was just hoping, yeah, so he definitely 100% predicted the Nidoking there. Really good for us. I think I just triple Thunder Wave here. I mean, I don't think he's bulk up, right, because he's U-turn. He has the U-turn there. I'm just going to Thunder Wave, see what he wants to do here. He's paralyzed. Okay, I'm trying to think. If he goes close combat and knocks out my Suicune, I bring in Fargo, right? I wonder if I knock this thing out. I kind of just want Klefki to die at this point. I mean, honestly, I don't want to deal with this Pokemon. He's still getting paralyzed. I don't know. Because I don't really want to bring anything in. That's the problem. Of course, if I wasn't Choice Scarf, I'd be fine. I wonder if I can knock out Urshifu if he's -1. He's -1 Spit F. Can I knock it out at 100%? Oh, I definitely could. I can't really sub against this Pokemon in case he does something crazy. I wonder if Suicune takes this hit, though. Because if Suicune takes the hit, I just don't want too many things to get weakened at all. That's all. So if he's Choice Scarf, but he's paralyzed, do we still outspeed it? Oh, we don't outspeed this if he's Choice Scarfed. Yeah, I'm just going to continue. I want Klefki to be dead at this point. 22, 22, 22, okay. So what does that damage tell us? Does it tell us anything? It did 66 total on the Klefki. Okay, so he's like adamant, either Protective Pads or Choice Scarfed. I'm gonna lean more towards Choice Scarf, to be honest. And that was a pretty high roll. He goes into Zapdos here. He clicks Discharge, knocks me out. And now I go into Sea Smoke, I think. And click that big... I mean, I think he switches. But I think I live a hit from Diancie anyway. I'll go ahead and Ice Beam here. He could sack Muck at this point. I have so many win conditions right now, I just need to limit it to one, like, decisive play here, you know? Shifu comes in. If I had speed on this, that would be a better situation. But I do not. I do not have speed on this Pokemon. Trying to think here. Like, if he outspeeds me and kills me here. Oh wait, he's adamant. So what does that tell us about if he's at +1 and paralyzed? He's 219, and our Nidoking is 206. But is he really max speed adamant? because he knows that he's adamant. He's probably pretty high. Like, pretty high speed adamant. Oh, God. What would he be outspeeding? This is stressing me out right now. We'll click Earth Power. I mean, I think this kills, right? Because it's stab on top of not being resisted. So, yeah. See if he doubles into... Well, the problem with Latios is... Wow, he did that. Okay, wow, okay. That's very interesting. That's very interesting. I'll go Golden Raven here. He Mystical Fires. I can U-turn. I wonder if I kill Zapdos with a Hydro Pump from Greninja. Because if I do that, we're in a good spot. But I don't think I do. I need it whittled first. So he stays in here, which means I can go into Lawrence here, and I believe click U-turn, probably. Or just go into Fargo. I don't know. Yeah, I'm kind of avoiding the Fargo play for whatever reason. I can get a Shadow Ball off here. And I do have the lefties, so that will definitely help me. If I can get a Spit F drop against the Muck, that's really good for me. I'm playing really cautiously, and perhaps too cautiously, because I'm letting things get whittled down unnecessarily, like the Uxie. I've kept the Suicune as low as, very low. So the problem, like I could have rested against the Muck. The problem with that is that it just leaves me so vulnerable, I suppose. So we can try to do that now, though. He clicks Knock. I will go ahead and rest off this damage. Just gonna go into Zapdos here. I'm gonna see Smoke this time. He does Discharge, that's good for me. I will Ice Beam. And I wonder at what point Latios dies to a Sucker Punch. Because I don't know that. I don't know what point that is. I mean, if he's got no investment, but like I said, I think he's max HP. Max HP. I just want damage on the Zapdos, to be honest. He's got Volt Switch, Discharge, maybe just, I don't know, something. He sacks the Muck, okay. Especially actually gets that kill because it was burned. It died to the burn. Now what if I just Ice Beam here? I definitely don't think he clicks a Psych. Okay, look how wrong I am. Wow, alright. Because he clicked Mystical Fire the past few times, so he does a lot of damage, but I knock him out with the Nidoking. Yeah, I really don't think Sucker Punch kills, and if I Sucker Punch there, I take Life Orb damage, and then I'll die to another Life Orb hit. And if he has Roost, which I don't think, no, he wouldn't have Roost, but he could switch there. It creates a little bit of mind games, so, yeah. Sorry about the tapping. I'm just on edge here, obviously. Let's see what he brings in. Urshifu's definitely low enough for my Spectrier. I think I let this just die. He could U-turn, which is the issue here. Of course, via Aqua Jets. Oh, okay. He just lets Nidoking kill it. I think he was banking on me switching, fearing the Aqua Jet. So, Diancie comes in. Again, I don't really feel the need to predict here. I'm just going to go for this move. Really wish I had Surf at this point. Surf over Hydro. But of course, such is the nature of the game. I wonder if Zapdos is Spit F. That's definitely possible. I just need to land this. That's all it is. I just need to land this. He clicks Rock Polish, but I connect. He actually outsped me, so good for him, I guess. He could have killed me there, which is pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Yeah, I gotta watch out for that. If he just clicks, wow, that's crazy. Why would he even rock polish? Cause he knows he doesn't take a hit. I don't know. Whatever. That's okay. We will hydro. We don't knock him out. Oh, but we live. Let's go ahead and hydro again. Please just kill. Actually, no. I'm preserving differential. I'm bringing in Fargo. Oh, never mind. It didn't even register my move. Yeah, that could have been really dangerous for the Diancie. Because, I guess it was a overlook of mine to not bring anything for Diancie on the Golden Raven, the Yuxi. If he's double dance there, that could be rough. But again, I mean, he can't really set up on Greninja, so I'm surprised he did that. If he had just clicked Moonblast and killed me, I don't think Spectriate dies to a hit there. Maybe we can check. Because he'd have to be timid to outspeed Greninja or hasty or whatever it may be. Yeah, we're at 82%, so we live everything barring a crit there. Unless like he's max attack Diamond Storm, which I doubt. I doubt that happens. And Shadow Ball will 2 KO the Diancie, and then it'll definitely 2 KO the Zapdos as well. Or maybe not. Yeah, it actually doesn't, which is surprising. But then I could nasty plot off up on the Zapdos. So yeah, that's a GG. GG to Ash Greninja came in and cleaned late game, as well as getting some nice kills from Nidoking. And then of course the passive kill from. So I think we got 2 from Nidoking, 2 from Greninja, 1 from Spectriate, and then the explosion from Volcanion, I guess, counts towards Suicune. So, yep, that's gonna be it. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next week.